G'day dear friends, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy, thank you for joining me. Just wanted to say a very quick... Am I okay now? Uh-oh, we have technical difficulties. Oh no, that's okay. I think... Is everything alright now? Just, yeah, if you can let me know if you can hear me. Oh, there you okay. I'm okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know. It's not you. It's me. It's definitely me. I'm good. Okay, I will continue. I will start again. Okay, and you're back. Oh, hi Nanette. Hello. Hi Hazel. Hello. Hi Bonnie. Hello. Hello. And I've said hello to Cherry, and of course Janice. Wonderful, wonderful. There. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, it's not you. It's definitely me, right? It's definitely me. Now, I've got a few projects on the go. Let's just say I'm not even going to count them. I'm not even going to include Patreon, or maybe I should. There's 2 going on in Patreon. I've got like about 3 or 4 here going, but that's all right because this is how... As Nanette would say, this is how I roll. I hadn't finished this. This was on the last stream before Christmas, and I gave myself over Christmas a nice break, and I needed to just relax. So I didn't get to finish this, and I need to finish this. There's a lot of details that need to happen. Of course, this is all PanPastels and Pastel Pencils all around here. And I've been playing with oils, watercolors, you name it. I've been having an absolute hoot. All right, nice. Yeah, so it's nice to see you all in the stream. Okay, so what's happened now is that I had blocked and I had started to do my next layer. Not so much the detail layer, but starting to, the start of the details, but not quite, if I can say it like that. So what I'll do is I see all of these flowers. Yeah, look, nothing's really happened here, but I've just blocked in. So and I just wanted to tell you some of the things that have been going through my head this week. I'm thinking, oh my goodness. But first of all, I hope everyone is well. Hi Nuria, hello, nice to see you here. I hope everyone's been well. Now, I think it was. I wanted to talk a bit about gouache, and I think it was you, Nanette, who mentioned. Look, I can't remember, so please. Were we talking about Sarah Burns' studio with gouache and watercolor? We were talking about that, weren't we? Well, I'm pretty sure we were talking about her. Well, I've gone in and had a look at all her gouache. Honestly, I got sick and tired of picking my... jaw up off the floor. I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Okay, Janice, you're saying what size is this? I'll tell you what size it is. It is 35 centimeters, that is, by 30 centimeters. Not quite square, but we're on our way. But yeah, so it's 35 by 30. Really nice, a very nice, manageable size for people who are starting or beginners who have gone a little bit beyond the beginner stage and wanted to start doing some projects. So, and of course, I've got some of my lovely brushes that I got from Temu, and the only reason why I got them is because I was looking there and I happened to see these brushes and I thought, oh, I wonder if these work. And so I thought, for a couple of bucks, seriously, I don't know, I can't remember now. It was no more than $5. It could have been $3.50 Australian. It wasn't much, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? I could chuck these in the bin or use them for makeup, actually. But they work beautiful, and the reason why they work beautiful is because they've got these lovely straight lines, this one and this one, are one of the really good ones when you want to go into nice clean edges. This is it. She's the beauty. And of course my old favorites and my teeny weeny ones. And I do use, you know, I do use the sponges, the soft tools. And I'm only just saying this for the people that are just coming in. I use everything, okay? I use everything. I use an oil painting brush, which I hacked up to get certain textures. So I use so many things, so many things. So, but today it'll be these. Okay, I'm having a ball with PanPastels, a brand new medium for me. Wonderful, Bonnie. Very good. Okay, first of all, I need my glassine paper to lean on. And depending on where I'm working, I might work in this area here. So what I'll do is I'll put glassine. This is one thing, and this is the paper, okay? The paper is letting me do this. I'm going to put glassine down. I'm going to put, I can either put I need to put a paper towel, right? It's almost like bubble wrap, you know, it's very soft on there. And because I'm going to put pressure on there, you see. And so I just want to make sure that you can see the pans that I'm using. Here we go. These are the ones that I would like to use. There we go. This is permanent red. This one is bright yellow green extra dark. Yes, I'm right. I've got black and white, and I'll leave that there. And I do have some raw umber by the side, and I think that's it for this point. So Bonnie, here is the time to ask me questions, like 50 million questions. Ask away. Okay, use them for what they're actually supposed to be used for. Yes. Chrissy, did you post a link to those brushes in FB group? Yes, I did a while back, but you know, I might I should do them again if possible. But yes, I did a long time ago when I purchased them, but I can do it again for those who missed that. And of course, when we say post on FB, we've got a Facebook group called Share Your Art with Xrissart, where it was a good segue there, where we share our art, where we share. What else do we share? We share our profiles if you have one. If you've got a really cool video, I would, of course, I would love for you to share. The rules aren't as strict as you might think. The only thing is no politics and be nice to each other. That's pretty much it. And I believe the link is in the description. So, yes. Let me see. I'm just trying to work out brushes. And of course, this is my mixing palette. And of course, what I do is, because I've got quite a few on the go, when I put this aside, I, you know, clip it to the, well, I clip it to the, whatever it is, the board or whatever, the project. So I know the colors that I've used, and I know, and these are my mixing colors that I've been using. Because I've got so much on the go, this is the best way for me to work. Yeah. So, oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you. Oh, hi, Gabriella. Nice to see you here as well. Lovely, lovely. Hope you are well. This is permanent red extra dark. It's giving me that lovely, there's a really nice dark rich red that it's giving me. Yeah. Okay, now so who was the one in the chat a while back when we were talking about gouache and to look up certain people. I'm pretty sure it was Uninet anyway. But I've been having a look at gouache because I'm going to do some really cool. Well, play is probably the thing. I don't know. If I'm gonna be doing masterpieces on it. I'm gonna try to do something decent anyway. But yes, I'm going to be using gouache a lot more. Now I went into, and if you guys have another, like another cool YouTuber or someone, it doesn't have to be YouTube, it could be anything, who has got some wonderful gouache, you know, please share it in Share Your Art with Xrissart. Okay, have you worked on your oil painting this week? No, I have not. Truth be told, it's right there, and I want to work on it on the weekend. James Gurney. Okay, you told me James Gurney. Okay, so there was, yeah. All right, let me write this one down. Ooh. Would you believe I have? Oh, I was about to say, I've got a studio full of writing implements, and I couldn't find one around me. So I'm writing it down. James Gurney. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Bonnie says, I bought the Winsor & Newton brushes you suggest. Sorry. Bonnie says, do the brushes produce a lot of dust? Yes. Well, not a lot, but they produce dust. Okay, the dust is what keeps me away from soft pastel sticks. Right. I tell you, this is what happens. This is not the way I use brushes. The way I use the brushes is not like you would with the soft pastels. Now, PanPastels are made for little to no dust, and the way that they do that is by using the soft tool sponges. Use those if that is what is affecting, or if that's what is affecting like that dust. By all means, you've got no problems in using this. Now, the reason why I use the brushes is because I have got much more control. Although you can, excuse me, this is where I'm digging things from. Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. See, PanPastels also make little applicator sponges like this for details. They've done that, okay? But I even want to go even further than that, and that's why I have cut, like I've modified this brush. This one I already bought like that, but this one was an angular brush, an 1/8 of an inch angular brush, which I cut down even more because I like to get into certain details. Now, you can, if you wanted to go down the track of using the brushes, you can do that, but maybe not, but be gentle when you pick pigment off the, off the pan or off the, well, for me, I've created like a palette. It's almost like an oil painting palette or a watercolor palette, but this is my pastel palette where I mix colors. So this is what, and this is what I've done. And as you can see, and I'm very gentle, so it allows me to, you know, it allows me for layers and stuff like that. So I hope I've answered that question. You can go gentle and see how you go, Bonnie, I think. Yeah, Chrissy uses a handheld. Oh, that's right, I do. A handheld, yeah, and this is it. This one I got from Amazon, oh, like 50 million years ago. It has a HEPA filter, right? It has a HEPA filter, so when I vacuum things, it doesn't sort of fly out of anything. So there's that. And I've also got an air purifier in my art space, which I probably have to change the filter right now. I think it's been a while since I've changed it. So I think if you have all of those in place, I don't know, see how you go. If you wanted to do the techniques that I do, but you know. But all of this is PanPastels, and I've touched it up with pastel pencils. So no soft pastel sticks have been used in this. But I love all kinds of pastel. I love them all. And all give me different things. So, yeah. Oh, hang on. She's got... Her face is gone here. Oh, I just saw that. We need that here. See, as you can see, I've still got some pigment on this paper, and I pick it up with my bristle brush because it's a colour that I've mixed. Yeah, you know, so and I mix on here. I mix on the sheet and on the on my surface, as you can see. So you can do that. You can maybe, you know what, Bonnie? Try and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Well, then you stop doing it this way, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay. She doesn't touch the board with the vacuum, though. That's correct. The air is strong enough to pick it up. Exactly. That's right, Janice. Wow, I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, okay. So going back to you, Nanette, no, I haven't done the oils because, you know what happened? My computer had broken down, and well, that's not an excuse, really. But my mind's been everywhere because I haven't been able to use my computer. What I'm using now is I've got this small little laptop for my stream. I've got a small little laptop which I'm using to get me through because of my my PC had broken down. But I picked it up yesterday afternoon after work, so I'll be hooking everything up, and because I had got the black screen of death, remember? Yeah, it was bad. First world problems, I swear. First world problems. So, hang on. I just wanted to fix this bit here because when I looked up and I saw it, I go, oh my gosh, where's that part of her face? It's all gone. She might look a bit symmetrical now. Yes, she does. She looks a little bit better. So, as you can see, Bonnie, this is something that I think that I think you should have a go at that at least. You know what I mean? Get a and of course this bit of paper is pastel paper, but it could be cartridge paper, but see if you can get toned paper. You can get white, because I used white for a very long time, but I found that the toned paper helps me gauge colors and mixing, because it is a medium tone here, and I can either go light or dark. It just makes it easier for me for mixing on the go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, thank you. I'll try. I have a teeny weeny keyboard that I'm using. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yes. So but I will be oil painting because, you know, I don't know if you see. Oh, hang on, maybe. Oh, I don't. No, she's hiding, but she's behind me, and I'm looking at her. But loving those oils. Oh, so which is, you know what? Which is the strangest part now with gouache? Which is the strangest part now? You know my fixation with trying to with acrylics, how it dries so quickly for me, and of course I'm an oil painter first, so I take my time, so therefore I'm not stressed with this. And you know what, actually, Nanette, it's still wet, by the way. Water mixable oils still wet. Can I tell you that? In some instances where I use white the most, because white is the one that takes its time to dry. My fixation with acrylics, I have tried so hard to get into it. I love acrylics, but I can't. I haven't managed to And I've done a few pieces, no problem, but I've got to be real quick and I don't want to work quickly. But you know what? Gouache, now that goes real fast. I get it. Sorry, what was I saying? I was reading that. I got distracted. Gouache dries fast, right? And it dries opaque as well, the same way acrylics does. But I don't know what it is that I think I manage gouache much more easily than I do acrylics. I do not understand. It's definitely my brain. I know it has to be my brain. It definitely has to be my brain. So, yes. But with gouache, once you finish your project and you, what you do is you can use a UV spray, right? And then you varnish it. It looks like an oil painting. This is in my head. So if I'm doing, you know, if I wanted to try a different medium, and that would be my choice. If I'm going to, well, of course, and the binders are different. Maybe it's the binder. I don't know. So the binder, there's some kind of plastic that's with the acrylic, but with the gouache, it's gum arabic. And of course, I know that some manufacturers put maybe other binders in as well, but on the whole, gum arabic. So I'm thinking, yeah. And of course, I've sort of mastered the watercolor in the techniques that I like to do. So I'm actually happy with what I'm going to do now with watercolor. So I'm set with that. I'm okay with the pastel, and I'm okay with the oils. Like when I say okay, feel comfortable to work with. But yeah, what can I say? Hi Abigail, hello my darling, how are you today? How about acryl gouache? I don't know if I've got those. Have I got those? Not sure. Acryl gouache, that's, yeah, I don't understand. Oh, I wonder what their binder would be like, Nan? I'm not sure. Well, you know what I'm going to get, which I don't have. And what did I say last week? I said no buy, but I knew that I wasn't going to stick to it, so I don't even know why I say things like that. I'm actually going to get just a handful, not much, the Schminke Horadam gouache. That's what I'm going to get. And I'm not going to get a lot. Okay, so because they're not cheap, you see. They're not cheap. Because I want those, because they're the pigments are, I've heard some really lovely reports and feedback on you know, on the pigmentation of it, and I don't think I've got yeah, I don't think I've got any tubes. I've got M Graham, which I love, yes. Okay, now if you're still here, Bonnie, I'm just about to use the vacuum cleaner. Now, the reason why I'm using it, now you can't see, but I've got quite a bit of, there's a little bit of the dust here, which I want to suck up. How I say that. Just one moment. Here we go. That's pretty much it. So I don't touch the surface. I just hover. Okay. My eyes are rolling. Okay, I know. Trouble, your middle name. Okay, Abigail. She's saying you're Oh, okay. All right. Oh, sorry. So the conversation is between you guys. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Okay, so, oh, and sometimes, Bonnie, if you're still here, I'll pick up a bit of pigment on the brush. There you go. And sometimes if I think I've picked up too much, I dab on my paper towel, or sometimes I'll dab on my paper, my mixing palette, and this is where I want to be. See, so there is a bit of dust here, but it's not so much that it's okay, still it's not so much that, but I don't know what your sensitivity to pastel is. So, but all I'm saying, this is the amount of dust that is created here. So, okay, still here, cool. Okay, Chrissy, you hover with a ah dear, what's this, Nan? Okay, it's a hovering hoover. Yes, it is. Oh gosh. Looks like you're tapping. Yes, I am. It does. So, you know. And of course, this teeny weeny one, as you can see, look how it's 1/8 of an inch. This one gets me into areas here, into little details here. So, although I do use pastel pencils, because I've got a brush that is so teeny that not quite mimics the pastel pencils, but because I still need them, I get very close to using less and less pastel pencils, and it wasn't on purpose. It just happened like that as I was doing projects. And plus, just so you know, Bonnie and anyone who's stumbling into this live stream, or who just happens to bump into my site, which is how it happens mostly, I do have a Patreon. I do have a Patreon page where we do mostly surreal. It's mostly surreal type projects, but we do. I mean, anything that you request, I can do anything that you like, and where we use PanPastels. You know, we've done watercolor, we've done gouache, we've done colored pencil. So these are the sorts of things that we'll be doing. Thank you so much, Janice. And yes, and also Janice has just put a link in the chat for the Patreon page, but it's also in the description. And I'll just give you a quick sneak peek of what we're doing in on Patreon. Just one moment. See if I can get it. This is what I mean by things on the go. This is one thing. Here we go. So there's going to be a lion down here and quite a bit of morphing. So here we've just blocked in, and as you can see, I've kept my palette for this project. So that's how we do things. And we do, hang on. So this is the other project that we're doing as well on here. So we've got a simple, well, not simple, but we've got an advanced to immediate level, and we've got something that's simple. Now, of course, I did my frog quite big, but we could have done, you could do it any size you want. But yeah, there you go. So, oh, my frog prints, by the way. Yeah. So they're the projects that we're doing on Patreon. So as you can see, there's quite a few things on the go. So if you're into that kind of thing, you know, and I do requests as well. So yeah. Okay. Now I want something here a little bit more pink. There we go. Sort of like a very dark pink, which is the permanent red extra dark. And I just want that flower to come a little bit further down. So as you can see, Bonnie in particular, who's been asking these questions, you can see how this is the way I use the brushes. Now, this technique works best for works best on Pastelmat, works pretty good on UArt. It would also work on the Lux Archival paper. I've tried it on the Colorfix. The tooth just wasn't as grippy. It wasn't as grippy as these papers do. If you can get it to do that, all well and good. But I have done a fair amount of testing, so yeah. So, and I'll just tell you now, just so you can see, because you're Bonnie, there you go. Now I don't know if you can see, there's this powder here, but it's not flicking up, but there is a bit of powder sitting on there. So I don't know if that would work for you, but you know. But what I do have also, I've got a little container here, and I just, you know, I get rid of that excess powder sometimes and work from, or that might flick up, actually that might not be good for you, but then I flick, and then I just use what's here and I do that. Yeah. So, okay, you love the, Abigail, you love the frog. Oh, it's so cool. I'm having so much fun with that. I'm having so much fun. I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying it anyway, so, yeah. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit to go on this project. Just when I thought that I could finish, yeah, no, that's not it. So these are the things that I've got. So I'm, you know, getting ready to, well, this will all be part of it anyway. All of these projects that I've got going now for the next 2 years, I've already got my concept. I've got about 6 of the concepts ready to go, ready to be painted and be drawn up. So there's, at the moment, I don't have any, no one can say to me that I've got, what is it, painter's block, artist block. I don't know what to paint because I've got a few ready to go. Yeah. I noted, Angie is not in, I haven't seen Angie here, but on Share Your Art with Xrissart, I noticed that she's purchased some, water mixable paints that she's going to have a go at. Yeehaw. Iris. Hello, my darling. I haven't seen you in ages. Hello, how are you? Hello, Chrissy. I have to go to bed, but I saw you were live and I had to say hello. I still follow your progress on Instagram and I still adore your artwork. You are truly oh, look, you are so sweet. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, my darling. Oh, wow. Nice to see you. Oh, it's so cool. So cool. So cool. Well, it is very late there in Europe. So I know it is. So I don't know how to say good night in Italian. How do I say good night in Italian? Someone tell me. Okay. Bonnie says, yeah, that's okay. I can use my teeny weeny vacuum for that amount of dust. I mix colours on printer paper, yeah, for the PanPastel and vacuum it up when it gets too powdery. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Well, may I suggest, yeah, oh, well, fantastic. Then you've got it all all going. Cool. Well, that is really good. Yes. What is it? Buonanotte. Did I say it right? Or something like that. Buonanotte? Is that how you say it? Buonanotte. Don't worry about it. Lovely to see you again. Take care, dear. And hello and bye, everyone. Buonanotte. There you go. Okay, Iris. Bye. Nice to see you. Yes. Oh, that's lovely. My gosh. There's a lot of us that have been together for a very long time. Hey, years. Wow, that's cool. And that's the thing, to be involved with like-minded people like us, like ourselves. You know what I mean? We have something in common. Here we go. Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you notice there. Buonanotte. There you go. Is that how it? How do you say it in Spanish? I'll tell you how it is in Greek. Kalinichta. How do you say it, Abigail? How do you say it in Dutch? And Janice in French. Got a few languages here. The hovering Hoover makes another appearance. Yes, it does, Nan. Okay. All right. So now, Now, when I say the straight edge, where did it go? Here we go. When I say the straight edge, now I want to do this line, not here, but right there. I could use this one, but this one's got a longer, it's wider, so it will help me get there not much quicker, but but I can do it in an easy stroke, much easier stroke. And I want that about there. I had to hold my breath when I did that. Gosh. But as you can see, these are the purpose. Okay, here we go. Okay, good Nacht. Is that how you say it? Good Nacht? Good Nacht, Abigail? Oh, that's Russian? Oh, for Nanette. I don't even know how to say that. Nanette, I don't even know how to say that one. Renata! Oh my gosh! All my old friends are coming into the stream. Hi, Renata. Nice to see you too, my darling. Wow, good Nacht in German. Did I say it correct? Did I say it right? And you study Russian. Oh, okay, Nan. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, wow. Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, well, it just goes to show, like, you know, around the world, the internet has brought us all closer together, hasn't it? So now, as you can see, how that brush, what it does. And I can blend. That's all right. I can blend too with it. Actually, I've been using these brushes quite a bit. Okay. Laila Tov in Hebrew. Oh, wow. Am I saying these all right, or am I just, you know, having a lend of myself? Am I saying these right? Dear. All right. So that just broke that bit up, as you can see. And now I want something very green with my teeny weeny brush on top. So there you go. Yeah, so when I want to go back to gouache again. So what I'm going to be doing with gouache is doing a whole heap in a sketchbook. I've got like 50 million sketchbooks over there in that drawer. I've got to pull them out and start using them. The stuff that I've got to start using. So, you know. And some will be okay, some will not be good. Okay, Abigail, sounds good. You mispronounced the Russian one, Chrissy. How do I say it? You're gonna have to phonetically help me. You're gonna have to phonetically help me there. Now this one has also another line. There's also another line here. See, and it's not good with that brush, hey? Here we go. But it's a soft line. Okay. Stacconi noce. Oh, yes. I'm afraid I'm going to call my Lola cat Lolatov from now on. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, because your cat is called Lola. So it's okay. Oh, sorry. Just letting you know that noise. It's a motorbike. My husband's just going to go out for a bike ride, so he's just okay. Nan says, okay. Spokoj noi. Spokoj noi. Noci is as close as I can say it. Oh wow, spokoj noi. Oh, hi Rob, hello, nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Oh yes, I'm still here with this project, but that's all right. This needs to be lighter here. So as you can see, and by the way, Bonnie, this is a slow process, okay? This is, if you're using the sponges, it's real quick, right? But using the brushes, I would say it would be time-wise the same as using coloured pencil, just a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. All right. So. Oh, yeah, there we go in Spanish. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Ooh, did I say that right? I felt like it was right. Oh, are you off to bed? Man, sounds like an aeroplane. I know. I mean, every sound is coming out of here. There's lots of birds still. And the aeroplane has just left the building. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Rob. That's very nice of you to say that. We're all saying goodnight and we don't know who is leaving. Chrissy, have you started the renovations yet? No, not yet. We're just waiting on the go-ahead for some plans, but we're very close. For all of those, Janice has just asked a question. I think I may have mentioned it once or twice. Renovating the house, which is going to give me a bigger place. I'm going to be moving from my art space here and going into another art space in the house, which will give me some more because I can barely walk in the studio where I am now. Yes. So, this needs more here. Pardon the pun. Okay, I tried to buy a cheap vacuum that was advertised on Facebook. It's so bad. I was sucked in. Ah, very nice. I like that one. I like that one. Okay. Oh, Jelena, hello. Beautiful colour palette, Chrissy. Lovely painted lady. Oh, hi, Jelena. This is my no-buy lady. Hello. You've started a trend, although I don't think don't think I'm following it very much. Yeah. All right. So, I know it's very bad. Okay, here we go. That's so funny. Okay. Oh, look, see? You know, it's also a comedy show here. Oh, dear. Okay. Oh, that's so exciting. I don't know how you manage either. I've had the privilege of seeing your space, Chrissy. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right. That's right. You did. You came and visited me. That's right. You did. Yeah. Well, my art space is I'm gonna go back into the house. I almost feel like I'm in the dog house, but I'm not really. I've got my husband's shed, or half of his shed, which he volunteered. I didn't carry on like a pork chop, wanting more space. I did not. He was the one that suggested it all. So, yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. New paper. Oh, what I've done, by the way, that's out now. I was waiting for that to go. I've done, paper towels, and what I've done is I've cut them up because I was going through rolls of all the time. So what I'll do, and this is what I do. So much easier, I think, and easier to handle here. Yes, Rob. Yep. My art space. And yeah, well, I'm running out of room because actually if I'm going to use an excuse, Nan, if I'm going to use an excuse for oil painting, the excuse is I'm running out of room to put things in because I've got to move things away and to put another thing onto my art space. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. I've been doing this forever. It's only that I've got quite a bit of art pieces that I've got to do and finish, that it requires them to be all spread out, so I can just sit and do there and then sit and do that one, wait for that one to dry and go to the... I can do that, funnily enough. My brain, I can do it. Okay, I want to go a little bit darker here. Now I want to just start... There are bits in here which I want to go... There comes a time when my guide, my reference, I don't disregard it, but then I start to change. I don't always adhere to what my reference is. It's only there for proportion for me. So... Hi, no, okay, no, still haven't bought any, even though I've finished my no-buy year. It's pretty good. I don't know how you're doing it, Jelena. Okay. Birthday coming in 3 months. Okay, now it sounds like a giant mosquito. Oh, Okay, the stream. Okay. Okay. I've decided as well not to buy any more supplies. Then my hubby shows up with a set of technical pens he knew I wanted. Beautiful. Okay, you know more art supplies comes with more space. I've got an entire single garage. Yes, there you go. See, you've got a whole garage. Oh my gosh. Then you would have. Do you have little art stations where you do certain things, like certain projects? Because that's what will be happening with me. Yeah, this bit here is a little bit darker, so in this area, so I've just put a darker value here. Still want the red to come through, but wow, my son and ex-husband are building me a cleat wall. I'm very excited about it. Explain cleat. Is that? Explain that. Because I've got something in my head where I want one of the walls, and I'm going to make it for it to sit flush with my easels. So you almost don't need an easel, although I have them, but I'm just saying your easel can be the wall. Is that what that is? I don't know. Yeah, please tell me what that is. Okay, I feel like I've got out of the habit of buying art supply. How is that possible? Nan says, I have art stations. I'll admit it. I'm an art diva. Yeah. Janice has got art stations too. See, I need one set up for my computer so I can do video, like my video editing, because everything is all on my table where I do my video. So every time I go to video, I need to take my art work away and work on that. So it's all of that kind of thing. And I know that's I sound a bit pretentious actually now that I think about that, but I am sorry. I don't mean to be. I'm not pretentious. But it sounds like that, doesn't it? Yeah. This is why I love this brush. Look how nice. It gives me these lovely angles. So if you, but look, this is from Temu, but if you find a brush, like even, for example, even a synthetic acrylic brush, if you can get scissors to cut a nice, but you've got to cut a really nice straight line, or I use a nail cutter, which is not for nails. I've got it for cutting brushes, modifying brushes. Although this one is round, but if you could get one that's just straight across, you just go snap, and there's your brush. You've modified your brush. If you can do that, that's cool. It's called a wall easel. Yeah, I hated, Nan says, yeah, hated having to clean up after each project in order to start something new. I'm a starter. Well, you've done some really nice things. Oh my gosh, Nan, come on, nice. Well, you can say that I'm a starter, but yeah, no, I eventually finish. Well, I have to. I have to. Yeah. There we go. Jenna says, yeah, my brother came to visit and his jaw almost fell to the floor. His first words were, "Where did you get all the tables?" See? Okay, I watched an excellent video on it. Yes, it is exactly that. Cool. I'm also going to get wardrobe trays from IKEA and make more storage for pastels. Can I tell you, I saw, Rob, I saw on Pinterest, there's a whole beautiful ideas, fantastic ideas with an easel on the wall. But there is an artist, his name is Andrew Tischler. He's Australian, not quite sure. I think his dad is American. I don't know. There is Australian somewhere in there. I'm not sure whether his dad is Australian. No, I think his dad is American and they lived in Australia for a while and then they went back to America and then he's come back to Australia but now he's living in New Zealand. Anyway, his studio, honestly, is like about the size of my house. That is how big his studio is. And of course, he's got projects that go from one side of the wall to the other, and he's got them up. He's built these wall easels, and I'm thinking that's what that is. Yeah. Once I start something, I can't leave it alone. Well, I know. Yes, Jerry, I know. You go ahead and you finish fantastically too. This, I might say. Our projects on Patreon. You are an absolute star when it All right, so as you can see, this process does take a while, but it's quite satisfying. You know, and I'm not rushing things. Truly, I'm not. I'm not even in the slightest bit, because I really do want to make sure that I'm proud of this. Now see, this is the other one. See? So I'm getting these lovely edges with these brushes. They're just so cool, you know. And it's all about experimenting. So that's what it is. It's all about experimenting. So sometimes I'm going to want a brush like this, sometimes I'm going to want something like that, or these. They all have a place for me, even my soft tools. Everything, I use everything. You have to have space for your computer. I have to have space for my dog grooming table for the standard poodle, Blue and Kaiser. Yeah, I know. I've got a table inside the house for that, because there's no other place for me. All right, so let's swap organization videos. Oh yeah, of course. Or even images. But yes, now I'm sure that there are people, I know that there are people in here now that have got fantastic space. Mind you, I came from a place, and I'm, you know, like Harry Potter, I used to have my art. I used to live underneath the staircase. There was this little, you know, 3 foot by 3 foot little spot underneath the staircase, and I was underneath there for quite a long time. until my easels started moving into the living room. That's when things got like that. Okay, well, I've still got eyelashes and whiskers to put on my African project. I'm a coward. I don't think that you're a coward, because I tell you why. You've gone ahead and done all of this wonderful work. Like Cherry, I'm continually picking my jaw up off the floor. Amazing work, amazing. Oh, you've done wonderful work. For all of those, what Cherry's saying, Cherry's on Patreon, and she's gone ahead and she's worked through the projects, and she's doing a fabulous job. And it all comes down to well, when I say confidence, okay, well, I understand about the whiskers, but then again, I'm a bit like that too. Like, I'll just have to be a little bit more careful. But then once you go in, you're right. So what's everyone doing this weekend? Painting, maybe? Okay, oh no, art space is holy. Yes, it is. Okay, Rob says, yeah, got a child moving home. He's eyeing off my art space. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, so what are you going to do there? Oh, this will be good. Because then he'll be gone, won't he? This is where I'm putting all my darks in, because it's looking a bit flat. So definitely the darks have to start coming in. Once they leave, once they leave home, they have no business trying to reclaim the art space. Okay. No, just my own dogs. Okay. I have to organise, but just don't have the space. You can, even if you've got a little bit, you can. Even if you, like, I had a 3x3. Hang on, Jelena, you've got a shed outside. Oh, but then that's outside, and it gets really cold there, doesn't it? You've got to make sure that your that your heating is, I mean, I'm outside too, my heating and I've got an air conditioner in here, so yes, I understand. Okay, I scored 2 huge bags full of Ooh, for my bookbinding. I'm going to have some fun. Oh my gosh, you're going to have to show us what a heap is. Beautiful. Okay, this weekend I'm trying to get my commission finished. Can't wait to try doing an art piece on canvas with open acrylic. Oh yes, well that's the only way that I could probably use acrylics, by using an open medium. I don't have the space to do both. I see what you mean. Yeah. Renata says, I have to work, but I have always painting stuff with me. Oh, very good. And what have you been painting lately, Renata? And Rob says, yeah, I have a rundown old stable, but that'll take money to become an art studio. Yeah, I know. I think what you need is just lighting. I think lighting, that's the most important. Okay, up here. Oh, these need to be darker. That's a bird, by the way. I don't know what that is. A butcher bird, maybe. That funny sound. Okay, I'm still saving money to convert my garage into an art studio. I'm nearly there. Oh, fantastic. Bonnie says, yeah, I'm working on a pan pastel painting of Chicago's Buckingham Fountain with the city in the background. Not too ambitious, right? Well, I'm going to have a look at what that place is. You're going to first of all, Bonnie, are you a member of Share Your Art with Xrissart? You're going to have to show us how you're going with that, and you'll have to show us, seeing as you've told us about it, it'd be really good to see the reference, maybe, if that's okay. Yeah, I've been thinking of doing Detroit with a freighter in the background. Ooh. Oh, there's so many. See, this is what I mean. There are so many ideas. It's very hard to, I know we go through artist block and thinking, you know, what can we paint? But I tell you what, all you got to do is have a look at a few images and you're there. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know, Bonnie. It was just an idea. First, I want to see how Chicago comes out. Yeah. And Rob says, Chrissy, you'll have to see Dave painted as a garden gnome. Oh, really? Oh wow, I put it on your page. First project in oil and cold wax. The texture is fantastic and heaps of fun. Oh, and of course he's got this lovely beard that almost goes down, like it covers his chest, doesn't it? Perfect. The glasses are pretty good. Okay, Bonnie, it could take a while. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Yeah. So as you can see, there's all of these little lines here. I'm just covering all of these spaces. So Bonnie, as you can see, I've got a fair amount of pastel on here, and by picking up, hang on, let me just hold that down. By picking it up with the brush, so it'd be interesting, you'll have to come back and let me know how, if this affects you in any way, like this particular method. Oh, where am I now? Okay, I'll share some of my work. Oh, wonderful. I typically paint in oils. Well, the transition from oils to pans is pretty good. It's this, you know, painting wet, only dry. Definitely. So I'm thinking for this one to go into into an exhibition that I've got going down the track. And of course I'm be learning quite a few things this year. I'm going to learn how to frame my own work. I'm going to learn how to, and when I say frame, I also mean once I've painted watercolor or even gouache, to paint it, to adhere it to a cradle and do all of that process, which is all part of, you know, framing your work without glass. I'm going to have a handful of pastels. It's not, the exhibition's not going to be full on pastel work. It's going to be a whole heap of other mediums. I'm sorry, I'm just looking to see what I've picked up. Yeah, so, you know, does become rather expensive. Okay, I was just looking through some old brushes to cut into submission. Oh, look, definite. Oh my gosh. When I think of, sometimes, when I think now that I don't, so if you buy a real cheap brush, right, and you can modify it, well, now it becomes a very valuable brush to you because you can do the things that you want. And of course you're quite happy to chop up a brush, and if you haven't chopped it the right way, well then bad luck. You know, it doesn't matter. It's $5, $2, whatever it is. However, okay, Chrissy, where is the exhibition? Ooh, the exhibition is it is the Hunter, well, for me, it is the Hunter Wetlands. The Hunter Wetlands is about an hour or so away north of where I live, and it is like a national park. But what happens at this national park? There's swamps, there's bush, but there's also an art gallery, and there's also a cafe there. Right? But an art gallery, and what happens in this art gallery, everyone, or not everyone, there are artists who do solo exhibitions, and of course it's got to be themed around the area. And, you know, it's got to be nature, it's got to be certain animals, certain wildlife, you know, snakes, flowers, but, you know, it'll all be in my style. So yes, definitely, but it's a very long time to... I've got a couple of years, so you'll see the whole process here on YouTube as I go. And one of them is my oil painting my lady with my galahs. Oh, with my galahs. So that's one. That's another project. So you'll definitely be seeing the process. And you know, yeah. Yep. Oh, thank you, Janice. Okay, okay, Abigail says, yeah, I've been practicing drawing portraits without tracing. I've drawn some creepy creatures, but they keep getting more human. It's a lot of work. Well, yeah, it takes longer. That's why a lot of artists, especially if they wanted to get straight to the painting, you know, they will transfer their work. But to draw it, it does take a while, you know, it does. But yes. Hi, Angie. Oh, were your ears burning? I was talking about you. I want to be able to draw to Abigail. So Angie, so glad that you came here. I was talking about your post for the water. Oops, that's okay. You can stay like that, Angie. You can stay like that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Unless you want to change, different. We were talking about. I'll wait till you switch then. Okay. Oh, good. Things I hope. Oh, yeah. No, we were talking about your latest purchase. Well, I was talking about your latest purchase. The water mixable oils. You're going to give it a bash. You're going to give it a whirl. I find ears very difficult, but I'm still learning. Yeah, I know. You know what? Ears are difficult. Think of a Y. This one doesn't. Oh, this one's not finished. But think of a Y. It sort of goes like that. There's a Y. Yeah, but yeah, and it all depends how the angle. So if someone's on say tilted to the side, then you probably have to emphasize all the crevices around the ear, the cartilage and all of that. Sometimes with front on, not as much, yeah. Okay, oh yeah, super excited to finally give it a go. Wow. Okay, Abigail. And a grid can be just 2 lines on the paper. You just have to grid it to just something to measure by. Yeah. Okay, it tricks the brain and helps you draw what you see, not what your brain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Did you see my new brushes? Tina, no, don't do that. I saw the image, but I didn't. That were they in a? They were in a packet, weren't they? Yes, that's what you mean, isn't it? Yeah. I'm the same. I'd love to just look and paint. I suppose Abigail, like all of us that we're talking about drawing, all it does is just sitting and just playing, like you know how we play with various mediums and stuff like that. I suppose the same thing would be like that. So for example, and you know what, if you can just, no one has to see it. Do you know what I mean? You're the only one. And I suppose if you go in thinking, well, look, whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. And what will happen is once you start drawing, and then when you get sort of maybe towards the end of the sketchbook, then you start to see your journey, and that makes you feel good too. So I'm going to be using my sketchbooks more. So Jelena, you may have gone to bed now, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to be using, I'll have one for gouache, maybe one for watercolor. I've got enough to do that now because I collect sketchbooks. I'm one of those people. So now's the time to start using them. Well, when am I going to use them? Yeah. I like this brush. It is really cool for these little straight edges. I could even now go into that to go into areas. I can even use that one to go into just that little corner there. What I also like to use this brush for is once I've used Pastel Pencil, I'll go over with this brush and then just keep on layering. So many uses. This one, I use it a lot. It's one of my loves. Okay. Nothing wrong with tracing, but I see other people do it and it looks so easy. Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to look at a cartoon in my math book, says Janice, and I could draw it exactly the same. I failed math. Rob says, yeah, I'm also impatient. I just want to paint and not fuss with drawing. Yes. Okay, Jelena still there. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, sketchbooks, Jelena. Tell me, have you got, how's your sketchbook collection going? See the difference when you start putting in the dark? See, it's all pretty much like this layer is all about now punching up lights or bringing up lights and punching in the darks, as well as, you know, this layer. So gosh, I shouldn't have done that. Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway. Okay. When I did bold school, they said to only paint strangers that are beautiful because they tend to be geometrically perfect and easy to paint. I find that the opposite. Isn't that funny? I would much prefer to paint, although she's quite elegant and like no wrinkles, this one, but I would much prefer to paint, say, a woman who's got wrinkles and lines and creases and all of that. It just makes such an interesting painting. And it goes for, you know, the gents as well. Like I would much prefer to paint an old man with as much wrinkles as he possibly can give me, right? And I just love getting into that. Oh, yes, most definite. It's very strange to say it like that. But having said that, I paint lots of elegant ladies, but I find that the ones that have got the lines are much easier to paint. It's so weird. Okay, the problem that I have with... Oh, hang on, let me go back up. Okay, let me see. Okay, Abigail says, I have a sketchbook which I finished. Started with crazy faces and it gets better. Some of the faces I've drawn reminded me of people I know. I didn't use a reference. That's fantastic. Yes. Well, you'll have... Okay, well, you can share if you like. Okay, that's why I paint Dave so much, because he's beautiful and geometrically perfect. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I have a good sketchbook collection, but I haven't bought any more. I've been playing with my new glass pens. Oh, yes. And ink, and ink I got for Christmas. Oh, well, then you'll have to show us. Oh my gosh, can you hear the crickets now? They've started. Bloody hell. and the cicadas. Well, it is summer here, so. Let me see. Okay, here's yeah. I have a fear of starting my sketchbook. Yeah, look, that's like a canvas, isn't it, Rob? Yeah. Nan says, the problem that I have with the Loomis method is that it assumes that you are doing a perfect face. I like imperfect faces. Yeah, see, we're thinking along the same way. Okay, I'm with you, Rob. They look so pristine when you... Yes, I know the sketchbooks, I know, but that does it. That's it. I've got to start doing them, yeah. And some of them I just like the feel, and I just open them and close them and put them away again. That's stupid, isn't it? Yeah, I agree, Chrissy. Love wrinkles, yeah. Okay, oh, he'd love that. I'll ask him and make a Dave reference file. Ooh, that'd be good. Okay, I think I'm just enough OCD that I couldn't. Okay. Yes, would love. Yeah. Okay, this is taking a while. All right. And this part of this brush is wonderful for blending, by the way. All right, so at the end of a session, I just do something like this, because I'm going to put this aside and together. So, I mean, just worked on this area, but you know, still got a bit to go, a lot to go, by the way. I think I'm going to leave it here, but I just wanted to say thank you all so much for hanging out today. Sorry, hang on. My local art society want to use him for a portrait class. Oh, yeah. Okay, he's sitting here watching this and having a good giggle about it. G'day, Dave. How are you, mate? Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me. It's been, it's always wonderful carrying on the way we do with a little bit of art on the side and sharing what we do and what we know and what we come across. Oh, Dave says, what is it? Dave says it's finished. Okay. Okay. I've seen artists who just throw some watercolor paint in every page sketchbook and break the white page stress, yeah, and just draw on top of the blob. It's beautiful. Yep. All right. Well, look, thank you so much for joining me this weekend. I hope you have a lovely weekend and a lovely week. And I'll see you all next week, God willing. Same time. Bye for now, everyone.